Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I want to get on here and talk about how limiting calories can impact your hormones. I keep seeing things on this. I keep seeing things on, oh, just cut your calories and blah, 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 counting calories and then you're going to be there and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, that is not how the female body really works. So let's talk about cutting calories. And I'm going to use an example that is pretty familiar for most people when you're looking at health things or, the fitness world, that type of a thing. Women who are prepping for a bodybuilding show, bikini show, fitness competition in that sense, right? A lot of women will cut their calories in prep for the show, right? These women are looking to achieve a certain physique look, right? So to do that, they're shifting their workouts and their nutrients and then tapering and cutting down and even dehydrating themselves before the competition. Now that competition happens and it is a very short time frame, like 30 seconds they're on stage, I think, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, depending on how many categories they're in. But that's an extreme thing to put your body through for weeks, months, just to have basically a day of doing this, right? Or even somebody who say is getting married, right? We all have that friend that was a bride and she starved herself to fit into a dress that she can barely get one leg into now because that was not her natural body type. That was not something that's sustainable for her. And even doing a crash diet like that can wreck your metabolism. Now, moreover than it wrecking your metabolism, the other thing it wreaks havoc on is your hormones, your endocrine system. It is so tough for your system, your body to come back from that. Our hormones are impressionable, they're adaptable, so they respond to things around you in your environment. So if you're restricting calories, as women, our bodies are designed to store fat. They are, right? Our bodies are made to be like human-making machines. So anytime there is the restriction of calories, our systems are like, whoa, 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 starvation mode. We have to be prepped to store fat anytime it's possible so that we know we could stay alive, right? That's a starvation mode thing. And then anytime your system does that, for a long enough time, what happens? You lose your period. Yeah, messes up your hormones. Now, I can't tell you how many women I work with. So many women actually do my 12-week challenge because they've done some type of restrictive program in the past, cut their calories. Some women, I always have at least a handful of gals in my 12-week challenge that have done a show, had their hormones messed up, lost their period, either didn't get it back or it's come back and it's, whoa, crazy. And they're like, I don't know what to do. I've upped my calories again, but now my hormones are still pissed. And I'm like, I know. That's because doing that restriction messes up your hormones. And we have to not only help still fuel your body and give it the nutrients you need, but we also need to reset your hormones. Without resetting your hormones, you're not going to be able to move forward from there. Just upping your calories isn't going to do it. As so many of these women who do this notice. So for women, this can happen after just doing one show. One show can be the thing that messes up your hormones. Now, I want to preface this and say it's not the show, right, that you likely have done other restrictive things in the past. The number of restrictive things is going to be specific to you, right? Somebody else may have done 5 shows and their period is fine, whereas you've just done 2 and, your period hasn't come back yet. Now you're like, I don't know what to do, So it can be different person to person. But realize that for those of you that have done restrictive diets, done cutting the calories, it can really, really, really stress your system out to the point that you either skip periods, you won't get your period, or it's all over the place, totally irregular. Symptoms are really, really bad, right? Because your system doesn't know when it's getting nutrient. It can't trust that it's going to get nutrient anymore. There isn't a normal pattern then happening. So the tough thing with this is that, again, women who restrict, they're like, I'll just add more calorie back in and everything will be fine. It's like, no, 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 no. Your body is still reacting in that starvation mode. Your hormones are still going to be acting from that place like, whoa, 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 something's going to happen here. We're not sure. I mean, there was, I have heard stories of women that were eating 1,800 calories a day and then cut to 1,500 calories a day. And then they're like, okay, but I plateaued, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut to 1,200, right? So I'm just going to draw this out real quick. So this is this is a real example of a gal that I knew her in real life. Like, I really knew her. Like, she was, sort of a friend, right? Was 1,800 calories, and she cut down to 1,500 because this was what she was prepping for. And she's like, okay, great, I lost some weight, yay me, blah, blah, blah. And then she went down to 1,200 calories. Again, still working out like crazy, still pushing her body so much. What this does, though, is it actually starts to trigger your system to respond differently. And if you're not really careful with your nutrients, you can start ruining your gut health. Yeah, your sleep can get messed up. Yeah. A bunch of other stuff can happen. Then, because she still wasn't getting the results that she wanted to get from being at 1,200 calories, she did another cut. And she was eating 800 calories a day. Now, at this point, eating 800 calories a day for 6 weeks, you would think, oh, she's got to be losing weight. No. Nope. And that's when she reached out to me and was like, listen, I'm so embarrassed to say this. I literally don't know what to do. And I am terrified to add more calories back in. I'm terrified to go even up to 1,000. Because if I still weigh this much when I'm eating these few of calories, when I go back up, I can only deduce that I would gain more weight then. And I was like, yeah, but no. What we have to do is restart your metabolism. So there's a process for some women that do my 12-week challenge. I have to take them through a reverse diet. I have to really get their system going again, and at the same time start implementing the right things for their hormones. Otherwise, as your hormones come back, as your body comes back up and comes back online with your hormones starting to be more regulated, it can make your period even worse. Holy crap, it can make it even worse. So there's a process of really helping your body eliminate excess hormones. Really dealing with stress and cortisol is a big issue for this. Big issue for this. And helping the liver, as well as then helping your hormonal patterning. So, yes, keep that in mind. Yes. So that's sort of the process to get out of that phase. But overall, restricting your calories causes the female body to really, really ruin your endocrine system long term and mess up your hormones. So, if you guys want more resources or are curious on how this works more, I'm going to put a link right here for the 12-week challenge, the wait list that I have. You can, peek around on the wait list, take a look at what else is on there, because it can start you in the right direction. If you have been somebody who has done that, done restrictive dieting, cut your calories down a ton to fit into a wedding dress or other things, right? Or go on a vacation or something, this still applies to you. And if you're wondering why it's so hard for you now to get a result, it's because you're not helping your system reverse this process and get your hormones on track at the same time. Because if you do one and not the other, it's going to pull the other back down. If you just work with your hormones, you're not actually going to get the right result and keep it long term. If you just work with your weight and you ignore your hormones, this is not going to go well. So, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Other resources I have for you, you can learn more in my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon and all about nutrition that matches the hormones in the cycle. So in terms of patterning your hormones, this is the protocol that I take women through in the 12-week challenge. And then I also have a podcast, The Female Health Solution, where I talk about a bunch of information. I've actually been doing a lot of information recently on hormone issues and exercise. So good info there. And then I also have a YouTube channel, which is Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that so that anytime I have a video come out, you will be notified, because I do drop in a lot of content. Also, if you are watching this and you're like, I wonder about this thing. I wanted to do a video on this. Send me a message. I will do a video on it. Oftentimes, the inspiration for my videos comes from the questions I get, the women that I work with that are having trouble, or just what else you are looking for. So if you're looking for something specific, let me know and I will do a video on it for you. Okay, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Have a great rest of your night and I will see you later.